Well, MRAM. Oh my goodness, MRAM. Okay, boys. Okay. Did I cook with this or what? Hold up. I didn't call it out. I don't pick stocks. I don't tell you what to buy. I buy my own stocks. Sometimes people want to copy me, though. It's kind of weird. Fucking copycats. But, no, but actually, though, come on now. Like, let's go. I'm hyped up. So, quick status update. ELF, I'm buying ELF at $50. If we get down to $50, I'm buying 300 shares. Okay? Celsius, back down to $20. I'll buy more shares. We're at 28 right now, so I'm actually still up on Celsius, but not by much. And ELF, I'm down about 10%. So, yeah. So that being said, yeah, not great, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. I think over the long term, I think I'm going to be good with these stocks, and that's it. But Nike, PayPal, same boat. I'm down on Nike. I'm down on PayPal. But AMD has more than covered those losses. So I guess the gist of this video, quick portfolio update there. I'm not buying more PayPal. I'm not buying more Nike. I will buy more ELF. I will buy more Celsius. I wish I bought more MRAM, but you always wish in hindsight, right? I wish I bought more AMD. I wish I bought Bitcoin in 2010, right? Like, I think I used the right position size for the risk, okay? At the end of the day, like, that stock could also just turbo. That stock, we could wake up one day and MRAM could just be $5. Like, it is that type of stock. Or we could wake up and it's $500. Like, it really could just 10x overnight. Like, it could on the right news. So it's like, you can't bet the farm on something like that. I understand, like, people say that you have to, when you're young, you have to size up, you have to take risk, and it's like, yeah, this is taking risk. Buying MRAM at all is taking a good amount of risk. Like, this is the equivalent of a piss coin. It's a piss stock, it's like buying a fucking coin named after Charlie Kirk on the day that he got assassinated, right? Rest in peace, though, for real. Honestly, that's crazy what happened to him. But, like, bad analogy, I guess. That was pretty insensitive. But you get what I'm saying. Like, maybe it's not as speculative, but it's speculation for sure in its sharpest form. So, yeah. End of the story, though. I mean, the thesis is intact. It's more bullish than ever on the space data center thesis. The really only bear case for MRAM that I can see, because I try to see both sides, is I know the latency on the RAM is really bad. So, like, the RAM is slow. The magnetic RAM, it's fucking slow. It's so slow that it might actually be better for space data centers to get a technology to shield the RAM. Regular RAM, flat, like DRAM, like, high bandwidth memory, stuff like that, like the standard stuff that Micron, Samsung, SK Hynix, SanDisk, the stuff that they make. It might be better to just say, fuck the magnetic RAM, we're going to use the electronically charged RAM, we're going to power it with solar panels, and we're going to shield it from the intense radiation and electromagnetic fields in space. I guess the case is, I don't necessarily know the science to that point of, like, is it really plausible to build that shielding? Is it economical? Is it possible, right? Like, can you build enough radiation shielding and enough ionizing radiation shielding? Like, can you build enough of it to protect the RAM 100%? You can't have a chance of the RAM getting fucked up. You can't have any chance of it at all, because it'll fry the whole thing. So, if the answer's yes and there's a way, then MRAM might be fucked. Because the real use case for MRAM is, like, I mean, it's never going to be totally fucked, because there's always going to be an edge use case where, like, the RAM's latency isn't necessarily as important. Like, if you're a ballistic missile or a cruise missile and you have a destination, the MRAM's perfectly fine for that. And that's what they're used for currently. They're used in, like, the Space Force, they're used in satellites, they're used in, like, not super complex things. I know it's crazy to say, but, like, a hypersonic missile targeting a country across the world, that's not necessarily complex when it's relative to the bandwidth required to train an AI, right? It's not. Think about it. They've been using ICBMs for 50 years, right? The RAM, you don't need the craziest RAM to use it on missiles and drones and stuff like that. But you do need really fast RAM to train AI. So, you know, a couple theories, right? Like, okay, does MRAM get faster? Is there technological limits there? Like, is magnetic RAM truly locked in by physics? Can we not get it to a point where it's fast enough? Can you build shielding? There's a lot of questions I have, and honestly, if I knew all the answers, I'd size up right now. Like, if I was a physicist and I knew someone that was really intelligent with that stuff, and, you know, and I knew that I would be correct, right, based on physics, based on science, then I would size up on MRAM, or I would sell right now and take the 400% gain. My theory is, hang on. Oh yeah, it's so hot. It's traffic right now. So I guess the thesis is like Stanley Druckenmiller, you know, the beast, the GOAT investor. He's why I bought MRAM at $9 because, you know, paralysis by analysis is a real thing. Sorry to pivot. I have full on ADHD, but like paralysis by analysis is a real thing. Like if I spent all this time learning about MRAM, learning about this, learning about space data centers, learning, eventually someone's going to find out what I'm also learning about, and they're not going to learn. They're just going to fucking send it. And that's going to cause it to get nuked to the upside, which is exactly what happened right now. So you don't want to be like a full idiot when you buy something. Like you do have to do a little bit of research, but like if you wait too long and you try to learn every possible thing you can, every day you wait, your information and arbitrage advantage, your social arbitrage goes away. Like every single day you wait, someone else, you have a chance of a hedge fund, an institution, someone to find out what you're also digging into, and they're a big player and they can buy and they will move the price, and it'll get to a point where it's like, then you lose then you're fucked, because then you're in your own head. You're like, oh, I knew it's going to go back down to $9. And now it's at 20, right? Oh, it only doubled. It'll go back. And then it's 30, and then it's 40, and then it's 100, then it's 500. And then you sit there and you want a Peaky Blinders gif, you know? Like you want a Cecilian Murphy yourself, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's depressing. It's like, damn, I was right. I just got caught up in trying to find every single detail and every little thing and every little this and all. And it gets to a point where you have to be able to buy enough of the company to where, like, you need to buy in phases, right? Like, you start researching, you learn about the company, you learn about, you learn about it. You figure out what it is, you know, the basics, magnetic RAM. I was learning about it. I was learning space data centers. You know, I know they can't use real RAM because of the electromagnetic fields and the ionizing radiation. They can't use, you know, there's certain things that they don't need cooling because the space is a vacuum, right? Like there's things like that. This fucking lady's a dumb bitch. Oh my God. Fucking idiot. You gotta back up more. Please don't try to go forward. This fucking guy. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, you should have to retake your license. Nothing against old people, but man, it's like they just be driving like they don't care. Like they're like, you know what? Just hit me, bro. Like I'm done. Like I'm tapped out. My wife's over. Just do it. Like the way that they drive is insane to me. Good thing I'm locked in. It is what it is. But okay, anyways. So what I'm trying to say here, boys, is like, where should I park? Shit, I don't like any of these spots. Let me lock in on this parking real quick. Hang on. Nice big ass Ram truck took up 2 spots, so now I can take up the 1 spot he didn't take. Hold up. Oof, I hate parking, dude. I hate parking in parking lots, man. It's like, you just never know when you're gonna come back out and someone's gonna have just completely dinged your car. GG. No, but so I guess the moral of the story here, boys, is don't get too caught up in like finding every single detail out. When you feel like you have something, just take it, but don't go full size, right? Just take it. Like MRAM, I bought 200 shares. That's literally insignificant. That's like at $9 a share, I spent $2,000 on shares. Like in terms of my portfolio, that's like nothing. Okay, it's not a brag. It's just it's way less than 1% of my portfolio. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you want to be able to buy, then learn, okay? Buy, then deep dive. Now, unfortunately, I bought and I started deep diving, and by the time I started deep diving, it's at $40 now. Imagine I bought no shares, right? Like, that's the thing. You have to buy enough to where it's like, if this goes to zero, I don't care. And that might be $100 to some people. That might be $50. That might be $1,000. Whatever that number is, if you want to base it on math, if you want to base it on emotions, whatever you want to base it on, whatever your number is that you're okay with saying, I wake up and this is evaporated, then that's your amount that you buy before you have time to research. But the worst case is you buy it, even worse than if I bought MRAM $9 and it goes to zero. That sucks. But what's worse is not buying MRAM at $9 and then it goes on a run and it goes to $100 billion valuation and I would have made $1 million. That is way worse than losing the $2,000. Way worse. Not even close. That feeling is worse. There's no worse feeling. I'm sorry. There's no worse feeling. I sold 25% of my Palantir at 125. I bought it at $7. I made generational money on Palantir. I still feel like shit that I sold it at 125 because it went all the way up to 220, right? So I missed out on so much upside, but like I only sold a quarter. But like, that being said, it still hurts, and that's not even a bad thing. I made a shitload of money, but I've lost 5-10 grand in the blink of an eye before, and it hurts, but it's not nearly as bad as leaving money on the table. I tell you from experience. I can lose money and close my phone and I'm okay. Like my AMD. I'm selling cover calls on my AMD, dude, and I'm getting destroyed. I am losing probably 2 to 3 grand a week on AMD. Now, the share price appreciating is covering that, so I'm not really losing it, but I'm effectively what I'm doing is I'm buying insurance for AMD because I'm thinking AMD is super overextended. I'm not selling my shares. I'm buying some insurance, and the insurance is going down in value because it keeps going up in price. So, it's a good problem to have, but it's something that happens, and it's like, damn, that sucks. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, though, boys, like, I hope you took something from this video. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not have a Series 6 or 7. I'm not a CPA. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just talking to a camera on the internet and journaling my day-to-day for my future self to look back on, because I think it'd be pretty cool to look back on this in 10 years. God willing, if he lets me stay here for that long. I hope so. Please. Love my life. But, yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. You guys know where to find me if you have any questions. In the Discord, just type to me. Let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to keep buying ELF and Celsius, I think, at my numbers that I said. $50 for ELF, $20 for Celsius, around there. I'm done with Nike. I'm done with PayPal. I'm full size on those. And I still think they're undervalued, but I think there's a bigger opportunity in Celsius and ELF than there is in Nike and PayPal in terms of short-term, long-term growth, stuff like that. So, yeah, that's it. All right. See you later, boys.